Good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening.
Do you always have to challenge me?
I was just adding to it. It's, you said
You just said I could intro the video.
I know, but
so
what
I don't
if people
need
were
help
watching
introing
in the
video.
evening? Just good morning and good evening.
Welcome. We are back with another episode. I want you to add a dramatic sound right there of the Perfect Podcast.
The Perfect Podcast. Drama like that, or like an editing? You want? Oh, okay.
Anyway, for today's episode of the Perfect Podcast, we will be discussing work. Career
the perfect
changes.
work.
Yeah, career changes.
Uh-huh.
How do you navigate professional career changes?
I'm so glad that we're talking about this topic because, I do Greenlit. Mm-hmm. It's a monthly mixer, mm-hmm. right? Shout out to Greenlit and the family. But it's the first Thursday of every month, and we bring creatives together, filmmakers and directors and writers and all these people together. And every month we kind of get that same question of how do you change your career? How do you get into this? Because a lot of people know how to make money working for someone else.
Right.
But then when you need to work for yourself, how do you do that?
The same way you work for someone else.
Help them out, Tiny.
You're disciplined. You get up, you show up every day. You put in time and effort. It's the same thing. You're just reaping the direct benefits.
But then how do you, so if you decide, someone
mm-hmm.
decides to work for themselves and they're disciplined, they get up every morning, 8 a.m., they take their shower, mm-hmm. they sit down, how do you make money?
You got to figure out what your goal is. What do you want to do to make money? And then reverse engineer, work backwards.
What do you want to do to make money?
Yeah.
Is the first question.
Yeah, what's your ultimate goal? Because when I realized that I could make money being myself on social media, I think I got like a $14,000 check from Facebook. I quit the next week.
Okay.
I was out of there. I said, oh, y'all paying like this? 2 weeks resignation.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it.
You gave him 2 weeks though?
Absolutely.
That was really
Absolutely.
nice.
I wasn't finna do that, but the Lord had told me
you don't want to burn no bridges.
everything got to be done decent and in order.
That sounds
so
like
you don't
Jesus.
leave a situation in any manner where you can't come back. But I trusted God.
Yeah, I probably should have did that when I worked corporate for 18 years. Mm-hmm. Right? I know I look young, but I'm really an old guy.
Okay.
I worked corporate for 18 years, and when I left, the last place I worked corporately was Bank of America. When I left, I told them assholes to kiss my ass. All of them.
Well, I'm glad you never needed to go back.
I didn't. I closed all my bank accounts too.
I'm sure you
never
had
working
to.
with Bank of America again.
Yeah, because if you had told me that, I'd have played with your money.
Yeah, I figured that.
You'd have been broke the next day.
Yeah, that whole department was they were a mess.
Well, it happens.
Yep. But I burned that bridge all the way down to the ground.
You know what? There is a lot of power in burning certain bridges.
Talk about
because a lot of people feel like you are cutting off your opportunities. And I'm going to give you an example. In the entertainment industry, it's very easy for someone to say, don't work with Tiny because she's difficult.
Tiny.
She has a nasty attitude. She,
See, I didn't get any of that.
I mean, I'm not saying that anyone would say this to you, but I'm saying if someone did,
Got it.
I live my life in such a way where no one should believe that.
I wouldn't.
So
because
I
you've
don't
got to be
care.
one of the kindest, most purest souls that I've ever met in my life.
I also agree. But I think that if someone would say something like that, I would burn that bridge. Because, some people have the power to influence other people's decisions.
Yeah.
And all I would say is, allow people to learn you for themselves.
Agreed.
So that way, hey, if you got to burn a bridge, burn it. I trust God to provide more opportunities.
It's very true. It's a good point. I am definitely the type to warn my friends, though. Mm-hmm. Like if I had a bad encounter.
Warning.
Yeah, if I had a bad encounter with somebody, I'd be like,
slandering somebody.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the slander is just the lie. You elevated the lie. But what if you tell them the truth? Like, what if someone really was challenging to deal with?
I think that timing and place is important. Everything you say must be true.
Yeah.
But everything that's true must not be said by you.
You said something right there. You are so full of wisdom. Where do you get these from?
I failed a lot, Eugene. I failed a lot.
Really?
And instead of allowing my failure to spiral me into being a stagnant loser, for lack of better terms, I learned the lesson that I need to learn, and I just don't do that again.
Wow. So that's my issue. I ain't failed enough.
I'm not saying that.
Because I've been too successful at so many things.
That's a good thing.
Apparently. It's
But
hindering me.
failure teaches you a lot.
I don't have those amazing quotes, even though I did hear this at one point. Failure is the seed of success.
I agree.
And to get it, you must eat it.
I don't think that's part of it.
That's not the second half of this?
I don't think so.
I thought I heard that part.
I don't even think that quote has a second half. I think that was the end of it, Ed.
It just makes sense, though, because you got to get the seed inside of you to grow.
It's a proverbial seed.
It's not a real seed. I figure that. I need to fail more. Stop being so damn good. I get it.
You know what? Yes. Yes, Eugene, you're right.
Yep, I get it. Stop being so damn good at everything you do. Because everything I touch prospers. Turns to gold.
Look at God.
Wins. Yep.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? I actually told people for a long time, it's one of the reasons why I left the job, going back to careers, is I figured I could do more for the world by being an entrepreneur than I could by being an employee.
Absolutely.
Because I could touch more people, and I can do more, and I can execute the ideas that God gave me and move like that.
That is good for you. There are people right now that still work at that bank.
Yeah.
And that is their ministry.
And it's good for them.
It works for them.
That's very true.
That's how they touch people.
That is very true. Okay. So going to those people, so the ones I think that I want to make sure get heard are the ones who are trying to get out of that job, who are there and they're like, yes, this is a time for some people, this is good for some people, but there's something in me that just wants more, right? I love that first one. Fail more. Stop trying to be so good at everything.
Because you don't have to be perfect.
You don't have to
Nothing
be perfect.
is perfect.
Except this podcast. It's in the title. Fact that you're sitting here as the perfect co-host. Got my perfect producer, Valika, who's not even here today. She's still perfect. Everything about this thing is perfect. But outside of this, I get your point. Nothing else is perfect. Completely understood.
We'll go with that.
Okay. So in successful career moves, someone who's also trying to make that leap and get out, Tiny, what would you recommend to them? Like, what would be a good tip for someone trying to really make that shift?
When you build a house, you need a blueprint. When you start a business, you need a plan.
Yeah.
Everything needs a plan in life. Everything has structure and order.
Love that. So plan it out.
Listen to what I'm saying. Everything has structure and order. Everything. This microphone is set up a certain type of way in order to receive audio transmitted to the system back there.
Yeah.
There's a structure, there's an order.
Yeah.
If anything is out of place, this don't work.
As a microphone, it could work as a bludgeoning tool.
And then you would be misusing it.
You've been misusing that.
There's the lesson right there. When you are not operating the way the Creator designed you to,
you can be misused. Somebody could be beating you off.
I don't like that verbiage.
That's what I heard. The whole time you getting beat off. That's awful.
I feel like I'm being misused on
That's
this platform.
awfully good though. Doesn't really sound too bad. Change careers and you get beat off all the time. Doesn't sound bad to me at all.
Sounds pretty bad to me.
Okay.
Actually sounds heinous. Like a crime almost.
I forgot what we were talking about for this.
Stepping out on faith. Career changes.
Is that what career change? Thank you. Okay. Back to career changes because you have really some valuable information. So you said Don't be afraid to fail. So good. Have a plan. Don't just go out there willy-nilly.
Have a plan.
Right? You also mentioned you got checks from content. And so there are streams of income that are possible as an entrepreneur, not just waiting on a person to pay you. What are some other kind of healthy streams of income that people can expect or can look for as an entrepreneur or as a content creator?
Well, with anything, something has to be learned.
Yeah.
Which means something has to be taught. So the information that you have, which is valuable to start your business, you can make money by selling a product, or you can...
Selling the information. Oh, girl, that's good. So you got making money from the content. You got making money from showing people how to make the content if you want to do that. That's good, Tiny. What else?
I also have a clothing brand. Okayyy to be apparel. OK2, the number 2, B, the letter B, apparel.com. Yep. This shirt that I'm wearing.
Is that?
It says humankind, be both.
Oh, human and kind. Oh, that's smart.
Yep.
That's smart. Your shirts are really smart.
Thanks.
Especially that shut up talking to me.
That's my favorite one.
Ooh-wee. The boundaries that are
Favorite
set.
one.
That thing is so, because it comes off abrasive at first. Shut up talking to me. But then when you actually sit and reflect for a moment.
You need context. Something took place before I told you
I said that.
to shut up talking to me.
And all I'm doing is setting a boundary and then reminding you of the boundary that I set.
Before you get started, shut up talking to me.
Recognize.
Don't even start it. Just shut up.
It's brilliant. Okay, so you can sell apparel. That's really good.
You can also become a brand ambassador and help other people sell their items.
Sell their items.
Once you have a platform.
Right.
You have an
because
audience.
You can get an affiliate deal or something, or affiliate code, and then help them sell theirs, and you can make money from not even your own products, from someone else's products.
Absolutely.
This is good. I hope y'all taking notes.
Amazon does it every day.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Amazon doesn't make lights. They sell them.
They do.
And they make money from selling the lights that somebody else made.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
You can do it too.
That is brilliant.
There's so many ways, thanks to social media, the internet in general.
Yeah.
There are so many ways to make money without having to sit at a desk in an office for 8 hours a day. Now, there are people that we need to do those jobs.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need doctors.
Right.
We need teachers.
Yeah.
We need insurance salesmen.
Well, with AI is taking over a whole lot of jobs too.
But there is something to be said for the value of the human touch.
Okay. I get it.
Everything AI can't do.
That's true. AI can't make all the money. Because who am I going to order my drugs from? AI is not going to deliver that. They're not going to be the plug. Right? And then they may get it wrong. They don't know my dosage. My weed man, he knows. He's like, Eugene, I know what you want. He had a new strand for me the last time I went. It's amazing. That's a way to make some money. Drugs is definitely a way to make some money as an entrepreneur.
I wouldn't know anything about that, Eugene.
Nothing?
At all.
Oh, okay. How about gambling?
I wouldn't know anything about that, Eugene.
Gambling's a good flip. Where else can you go and pay $1 for this little bitty card and win 1,000? I can teach people how to do that too. How to 100x their money. Gamble. It's definitely a good way to make some money. Oh, I can come with these all day. This is great.
Please don't.
Because you said digitally.
Yes.
Digital way? Tiny, I got you. Come on.
Let's hear it.
I got you, Tiny. The digital way outside of your content, outside of teaching your content, OnlyFans. You would do amazing, Tiny.
No, I wouldn't do anything on OnlyFans.
A membership-based model. How about that? To put it plain, okay.
Sure.
A subscription or membership-based where they get exclusive content that's not seen anywhere else.
Okay.
People can pay and sign up for that.
Yes. That's a great idea.
That's great. She agreed to OnlyFans.
Not what happened.
We're launching in 2024.
Not launching in 2024.
If you want to see Tiny's OnlyFans,
Never gonna happen
there's a demand for
at
it.
all.
Just if you want
Not even a little bit. Ever.
Dang. No amount of money?
No.
So if we had pledges for $1 million,
No.
you wouldn't put.
Remember when we talked about boundaries?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you agree to it and let it slide once, people are going to expect you to operate that way.
But you wouldn't need to do it again. You got your meal. You shut that site down. And
Until I need another meal.
But you are smart enough to take that meal.
But my reputation is already tarnished.
It's not. It would not be tarnished by showing a little leg.
It would be if that's not who I am. It's inauthentic to
You
my
showing
character.
your leg now, Tiny. It's just covered up. Did you know everybody's naked under their clothes?
That's crazy. Call the police.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. This world, boy, I done learned a whole lot. Everybody under their clothes is naked. Take that one with you. Chew on that one.
I'd rather not.
Yeah. It's deep. I know. Not too deep.
But there's something to be said about that in business.
Which one?
A lot of people can be bought.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to remember, like when you're an entrepreneur, when you're first starting out, money is hard to come by. The startup money, the maintenance money, the growth money. What are you willing to do to get to the next level?
And knowing that before you go in.
If you're not willing to sustain this behavior, this habit, this pattern, don't start off that way.
I heard that. Because I'm not going to name a name, but I heard somebody was like, they went online recently and they were talking about how, some Hollywood billionaire paid him $100,000 to strip.
Did they strip?
I think they did. But the question for me is they were upset about that. And I get it.
They were upset about someone else doing something.
They were
consensually
upset
with their body?
they were upset that they were offered $100,000 to strip because it was a man offered another man to strip and the man wasn't gay.
The man was offended.
He was offended. Yeah.
So he was not offended
heterosexual.
because he was offered the money to strip. He was offended because it was a man.
There it is. Yes.
So homophobia.
Either homophobia or just his own boundaries, right? He's a heterosexual man. He's trying to put out,
I like how you spun that.
I don't do that. Yeah. Right? So I can see that. But for me,
You'd have stripped?
bow chicka wow wow. I already know that in the beginning, going in. $100K? Just don't touch me, sir.
For $100,000, you would
$100K.
strip naked.
I'm
for
on the pole. Okay, clapping. Megan knees. All of it. What else do you need?
That's discouraging.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. All of it. Yep. So just let me know.
I would not suggest doing something that could possibly ruin your good God-given name for the rest of your life.
That would not.
If the compensation would not secure you
For the rest of your
financially
life.
for the rest of your life.
I agree.
$100K is not nearly enough to compromise your morals
But do you
and values.
But do you think stripping is really a moral violator?
I think if you're not a stripper, yes.
But I get naked at night.
Yeah, in the privacy of your own home.
Yes. So I'll just pretend they're in my home. Thereby, I'm naked.
Whatever works for you.
There we go. Balls to the wall. $100K. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. So career changes. Any other good tips for someone who is trying to make that career? 'Cause I feel like we've given out some good gold already. This is so valuable.
Don't do it for the money. Do it because you're passionate about it. Because the money won't always be there. But that motivation to fulfill a purpose, that's what's going to drive you.
Yes. That's great.
I tried.
That is great. I'm trying to think of something that actually is maybe useful. Oh, I got one. Don't do it for the money. Because if you do it for the money, it's not sustainable. You want to do it for something that passionately moves you.
That is so original. I don't think I've ever heard that anywhere else in my life. That's a very interesting take that you came up with, Eugene.
I kind of told you it's kind of hard to be me and be so good at so many different things. I know, Tiny.
You ever seen somebody failing and they weren't aware?
Can't say I have.
I'm not surprised.
Yep, can't say I have. I'm so good at so many different things. So, yeah, I think we've had enough. Otherwise, at this point, people need to start paying us for more information. So you guys got a lot of value out of this podcast because it's absolutely perfect. Only thing will make it more perfect is if you used it. All right.
Because intelligence is knowledge.
Applied.
You got to apply the knowledge.
Come on.
That's wisdom.
Ooh. See, I knew you was going there. Because that's what I was saying, too. I said the same thing to her earlier. That's why she said that. Okay, because I'm so original. But, Tiny, I'll let you have that one. That was good. It's really good. Knowledge. Say it again.
Well, it was yours, so you should know.
I know, but you said it in a way that I don't think I formulated like that. But you said knowledge. Intelligence is knowledge.
Yeah.
That's not applied with wisdom.
That wasn't what you said at all.
Deep. Yeah. So, y'all take that, use it, apply it, all of it. Okay? We want to see those careers to be pulled out of you. Okay? So I'll be entrepreneurs. But I guess no, everybody can be entrepreneurs.
This is true.
Because everybody's entrepreneurs and you have nobody that's an employee.
It's true.
Okay. Let's let the entrepreneurs who want to be entrepreneurs be entrepreneurs.
Do what fulfills your heart and your calling.
And your boss.
What is it with you and balls today?
It's just stuck in my head. It's a ball juggling. You can hear it. It's an early episode. Y'all gotta stay tuned with the podcast. Next episode, we're gonna have Tom Cruise.
That is a lie.
It's gonna happen. We're getting Tom Cruise on the Perfect Podcast. Okay. All right. Love you all. Peace out.